Right, it would help if I turn on my microphone because I didn't turn on my microphone for that last recording. But anyways, guys, we got another account review today. Today we have Mr. Fate, a long-time Discord member in my Discord, and his message to me is, "Hi, Cheeseman. Started playing mid-November 2021, around the end of Skybound on or I keep saying Ontario, Canadian brain rerun as a free-to-play login daily, and I guess you could say I progressed further than a casual. All right, so a little bit above the average curve. A bit behind on PR, but here's some questions for you. All right, we'll answer the questions in a bit. But first off, I want to say that this resolution is horrendous. I don't know what you recorded on, but this resolution, man, I got black bars on the side of my screen, like on the left side and right side. So yeah, I don't like that. It's literally a square. This resolution doesn't work with this, so yeah, we have a square going on for this video. But regardless, let's go right into the account review and see what we got. So 110, same as everyone. I hope you got Musashi. I think you did get Musashi. Pretty sure you got her. I don't want to say much about that, but let's get right into the other stuff of the account. So. Right, so let's see. We got every UR ship available. We got Musashi as well too. I'm pretty sure you did. And we got everything as of right here, starting from late 2021. So about a year-long player. All right, so got basically all the stuff that you expect to get to 125. I do see some HMS in here, like a 125 Jervis. That's a rare one right there. Maybe World 14, so I'm not sure, but definitely is a rare 125 to see nowadays. Anyways, though, I think you have questions about ships. I'm not sure yet, but we'll get into it once I look through your ships or whatever. Shokaku is a good choice to get to 120. Suzuki as well if you have her sister. And then if you play full KMS, Avra is good for Vanguard stuff. I think you pretty much have everything you need. So don't have to say much there, but you should have a decent amount of everything. So one Drake gun 1457. I'm assuming that's from the prototype shop, so you're good to go there. Get a 10 right now, especially after you can make these now. I know it's gonna take a while for some people to craft these things, but you can definitely craft them and get them much easier than 10 rides. And you kind of want to have 10 rides nowadays, especially with York 2 coming out very soon. So 10 rides are definitely the way to go, unless you need BTDs, but we'll figure that out once the skill kit drops in a couple days. Oh, excuse me. Why, but what? Anyway, so we have a couple of gear. Last Sea Hornets, so you listen to me there, just farm a lot of that stuff. A lot of stack Bofers, 3 more bidders, and you're good to go. Dido AAs are always nice to have as well too. We have a couple of those. Ryuseis, I think Ryuseis 2 is fine. Junkers are important though. AP rockets are important, so get those to plus 13. You'll be good to go. And then all the other stuff, baguette. We can make baguette guns. I don't think they cost circuit boards, right? So you can make a couple of those, and you should be okay. Otherwise, make one of those DD guns for New Jersey whenever she has a rerun, probably in a couple months or something. But there's always that. Everything else that looks solid. You're good to go on every other gear, so you are good to go there. So in terms of progress, World 12 is done. World 13 is done. World 14 is 14.3 is already cleared out. That's already further than most people within about less than a year. So that's actually really good. To be proud of right there. It is a hard map though, so keep that in mind. But that's just DD stuff. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable playing with DDs, so it is a DD map. Keep that in mind. So it may be difficult to a lot of people. Now in terms of PR progression, let's see what we got here. PR1 basically done. Just Neptune and Izumo, but you kind of don't need it. You don't need them at maxed out dev levels. Having some of them at 120 though helps the perma-stats, but they're not very important. PR3 is Cheshire right now. You can skip that entirely unless you like the ships there. What's PR2 again? PR2 is Seattle. FDG and Azuma are in the works, or not unlocked, but maybe in the works in a few. PR4. PR4, working on it. E-Girls 27, Haku hopefully worked on. I'm not sure if you are working on her, but hopefully you are. And PR5, we're getting there. We are getting there. Plymouth is only a main important parts though. After that, good to go. In terms of fleets, we got a lot of URs, so that's good. Pretty much know how to build all the ships correctly. Just now needs plus 13, a little bit min maxing, and you're good to go there. But everything else though, we're looking very, very solid for the most part. Unless you need anti-air, I would go Dido A's though. But if you need anti-air, that's fine. Or even stack buffers are okay for E-Girl as well too. Oh, and Kronstadt, a little bit more offensive stats. Unless you're going to like a anti-air heavy world like 12 or 13, you don't really need air that much nowadays. I would skip it. Now that's a what was this gun? I don't even know what this gun is, but I'm gonna assume that gun is good. I've never seen that gun before, so I'm not exactly sure what this gun does, but I'm gonna assume that's okay. Assume that's all right. And everything else looks solid for the DDs. Everything else looks okay. All right, and then OS. I think these are OS fleets probably. You have Enterprise. You have your carrier fleet. You have your battleship fleet. Mob fleet. I'm gonna assume the mob fleet's the bottom one. Avril. Actually, there's a solid mob fleet. I'm not sure. Actually, that Vanguard has pretty decent damage. Honestly, you could probably kick out Aurora for someone else that does damage like torpedoes. I think right now what you're lacking are torpedoes. But you do have two dive bomb or two preloaded carrier or air like light carriers, so that could kind of work. You have Monarch barrages, so I guess HE. Yeah, actually, this fleet is fine. Honestly, this probably sit with. The bottom one is just stacking cross barrages, so that's actually a fine fleet. I would toss some cats on here though. Wait, aside from that though, you're good to go. Just toss some cats and you should be okay. Right. There. Show my end screen again. Oh, that's great. You guys see my music and stuff like that. But if you have questions though, the first question is there something I should focus on currently? I'm a bit lost after hitting a minor dead end at the World 14. If you got everything maxed out, all you gotta really do is just wait for new ships nowadays. We are getting or you are carriers, thank God. You are 2 coming out, but I don't have a DD, I don't think. I think it was just Hammond. I mean Hammond could probably be a World 14 machine elite, so not really that important. Hornet is gonna be SSR, and then Northampton is also SSR, which is a heavy cruiser, so no DDs there, but assuming you have Suzuki and her sister Wakasuki, you can level those up for World 14. Sorry, allergies. They're a very good duo to have at World 14. So if you can do that, that'll be good. Otherwise, Jervis and if you have Albion and the other one, I'm not sure if you did or not. You probably didn't pull. But if you didn't pull, then you don't really need them. I think you did have Janice though. I'm pretty sure you have Janice. This is been 3 months ago. I think Janice came out like after Sashi's event. So I'm assuming you do have Janice. And Jervis Albion combo is very solid as well too. So you can do either Wakasuki and Suzuki or the JJA combo Albion, Janice, and Jervis for World 13 or 14, 14-3 and 14-4, and that should be okay for you. But it's just mainly DDs at this point. If you are struggling with that 120, you can push them 125, but I'll be probably skeptical. But 125 DDs though should just knock out World 14 pretty easily. So just do that. Perma stats, could you make them order what should prioritize? All right, so in terms of world prioritization, I would say the most important thing right now is to get the PR ships. Perma stats, worry about it later. They're not that important. And as for UR gear, they're nice to have, but they're not super important as well too. The most important things are getting the ships. So we have like Plymouth, Haku Ryu that'll help out a lot for your end game stuff. So I would definitely right now push on fleet tech so you can farm for like Haku Ryu and Plymouth. So you can get those girls unlocked, get them to Dev 30 faster, because they are much more beneficial to have than say just a UR gear or just perma-stats as of right now. The light cruiser gun isn't as important, but since we're talking about Haku Ryu, you're 44 out of 50 on your 10 rise. You could probably just sit on that for a bit. And I would say that's more important than just getting gear and perma-stats right now. Focus on PR4, do some Haku Ryu face missions, and eventually you'll probably finish that 10 right naturally while working on Haku Ryu. So I'll do that. Then Plymouth or the Plymouth stuff, and then you should be okay. Second question is, excuse me. Am I able to clear World 14 be Arbiter hard with the current fleet setup I have? You're probably going to need more carriers, I think. If you had Haku Ryu, I could probably do it. But as of right now, though, I think you're lacking boss damage. For a lot of players that aren't super invested in endgame, you probably need a minimum of 3 fleets for hard Arbiter nowadays, specifically carriers. I know you have 1 fleet for carriers, which is like Arc Royal, Enterprise, or Shinano, which is really good. But after that, you probably lack a lot of carrier damage, so you're gonna need more juice for that. So, Haku Ryu, Musashi, and Shinano could get most of your job done, and then you can pad off the rest with, like, say, Enterprise, Arc Royal, and then York 2 whenever she's available. That should do a decent amount of damage, and then you just finish off with battleships if you want. But I think as of right now, unless one fleet does a significant amount of damage, you're gonna probably struggle a little bit because I don't think you have the, the ship pool as of right now to do like a lot of significant damage, like 3 fleets or so. So it's a gotcha thing. You're gonna have to wait for more events to get more ships available. But as of right now, though, I think you may be a little bit lacking on hard Arbiter. Unless you get really, really lucky with 1 fleet that does like 70 HP bars, then you'll probably be good to go there. But I think you should be able to. If you have Musashi and York 2, definitely can probably do hard Arbiter like very consistently. But I know you have. I'm pretty sure you have Musashi, and then you just get York 2. Work on her, and you should be okay. Third question: when should I prioritize getting UR gear after finishing majority of PR season? I say PR gear is what you should focus on once you get all the core ships available. So as of right now, like with your current roster of PR, oh, this is PR by the way. Your current PR stuff, I say what you want right now is like Haku Ryu. August 1 Parsifal is nice to have as well too. And then Plymouth. Once you have those 3 out of the way, you can probably just focus on getting more 10 rise. Since we can craft 457s now, it's not a massive issue. It is pretty expensive to make, but it's not like a massive issue now. Because now you're not sharing the same time gate as like a 10 ride. Because back then you can only pick either 10 ride or 457s to focus on. Now is a slow grind for 457s and 10 ride. They don't stack up together now because you can focus on PR4 research while farming ordnance or whatever for 457. So they don't stack up as much, which means you'll be getting your UR gear at a much faster rate. So I say as of right now, PR4 get 1 or 2 10 rides, probably 2, and then that should give you some juice to go into hard Arbiter fights. Also, make sure to plus 13 gear as well too. Plus 13 helps a significant amount. Not only does it boost damage of the gear, it also adds a 3% damage modifier because you do get increased damage in OS when you plus gear over plus 10. It's not just damage increase, it's damage increase and an OS modifier, which is really good. Fourth question, should I start looking for good me officers? What should they start with and when should I reroll? I have a video for that. If you have a SSR cat, or yeah, a SSR cat with at least 2 good skills and like 1 kind of whatever usable one, that's an okay start. Ideally, you want a 3 good talent start. If you see just 1 good talent, I mean, if you have nothing else to use, that's fine, but don't get super invested into that cat. And then if you re-roll it, I wouldn't re-roll any cat that doesn't have a perfect base, to be honest. Especially as a growing developing player, you have better usage of coins out there than just re-rolling cats. It's just a coin sink. So as of right now, just use whatever you have. Ideally, you want at least a out of 3 good talent starting point and then work from there. But don't worry too much about rerolling cats, though. It's not that big of a deal. Some questions may be repetitive or be way behind on the roadmap. Yeah, but I hope your advice can ease some of the confusion. We have me a better understanding of what to do. Happy reviewing, Cuba. Thank you. So again, I don't think the account is bad at all. It's really, really good. It's just as of right now, a lot of the things you're missing is just being a under 1 year player. Well, 1 year already since I reviewed this. It was submitted 3 months ago, and just lacking the ship diversity because you weren't at many events. So a lot of this will be sorted out when you attend more events, get more ships, and then as you play the game more and more, you're going to start seeing your account develop much faster. For the most part, you have a good understanding of what to do. You're building the correct ships. You have proper gearing for the most part. Now comes the time where you want to see that what do you call it, like that like investment, I guess. Like you want to see more like time investment into like PR research, gear research, attending events, and then you should be good to go. That's just what you're missing as of right now on the accounts. It's just longevity compared to some people who's been playing for like 3 or 4 years that has like most of the ships. They have a lot of coins and plates stacked up. Is to be expected. So that's it for this account review. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, fix this resolution.